Welcome back to ILTV on the Hour. We're bringing you the biggest headlines from the Middle East in just 5 minutes. I'm Ladar Lazi. Let's get into all the top headlines at this hour. The bodies of 2 more Israeli hostages have been returned to Israel and identified at Abu Kabil Forensic Institute. They were identified as 27-year-old Haifa student Inbar Hyman and 39-year-old IDF tracker Samir El-Atrash. Hyman was abducted and murdered during the Hamas-led October 7th attack at the Supernova Music Festival. She was the last remaining female hostage held by Hamas. El-Atrash, a tracker in the Gaza's division's Northern Brigade, was killed fighting terrorists near Nahal Oz that same day, and his body was taken into Gaza. The Prime Minister's office expressed deep sorrow to their families, reaffirming Israel's commitment to bring back all fallen hostages for proper burial. Hamas did not identify the remains, similar to earlier handovers when one body turned out to be a Palestinian. The terror group is still holding 19 deceased hostages. Defense Minister Israel Katz warned that if Hamas fails to comply fully with the ceasefire agreement, Israel is ready to resume fighting in coordination with the United States. U.S. mediators say locating all the remains could take weeks, but they vowed nobody is getting left behind. And meanwhile, U.S. President Donald Trump is now warning that Israel could resume Gaza fighting if Hamas violates the ceasefire. In a phone interview, Trump told CNN he would consider allowing Israel to resume military operations in Gaza if Hamas fails to uphold its end of the ceasefire deal. Trump said Israel will return to war as soon as I say the word. If Israel could go in and knock the crap out of them, they'd do that. Later in the Oval Office, Trump went into detail about Hamas' efforts to find the bodies of Israeli hostages. He also warned Hamas to disarm or else.
Well, they're looking for them. Absolutely. They're looking. So we have the living hostages all back. They returned some more today. It's a gruesome process. I almost hate to talk about it. But they're digging. They're actually digging. There are areas where they're digging and they're finding a lot of bodies. Then they have to separate the bodies. You wouldn't believe this. And some of those bodies have been in there a long time. And some of them are under rubble. They have to remove rubble. But there are graves, and some are in tunnels that died in tunnels that are way down under the earth. And the tunnels are like 3 feet. Can you believe it? 3 feet high. They lived like this for a long period of time. It's a horrible atrocity. At the same time, we, meaning Israel, but I knew everything they were doing pretty much. I knew most of the things they were doing, but they've killed probably 70,000 of these people, Hamas. And I said, it's time now. So we'll see what happens. We'll also see what happens. Your next question is going to be the weapons. We want the weapons to be given up, sacrificed, and they've agreed to do it. Now they have to do it. And if they don't do it, we'll do it.
Meanwhile, the ceasefire in Gaza has entered its 3rd day, but Israeli officials are warning the war is far from over. Humanitarian aid convoys have resumed and some hostage bodies have been returned, but there are growing doubts about Hamas's compliance with the agreement. Inside Gaza, Hamas is consolidating control, cracking down on local clans, targeting alleged collaborators, and reasserting authority in urban areas. Hamas has reportedly killed the wife and 2 children of a former Palestinian Authority intelligence officer in Gaza. Gazan media say Hamas fired an RPG at the family home in Shajaiya, east of Gaza City, killing Olfat Abu Ajwa and her sons Zaid and Youssef, both believed to be minors. The man was suspected of forming armed groups linked to the Palestinian Authority. His fate is unknown. The attack is part of a broader Hamas crackdown with reports of dozens of executions of Palestinians accused of opposing its rule. And that's all the time we have for this update on the hour. Join us every hour here at ILTV for the latest updates from the Middle East. I'm Ladar Lazi. Thanks for watching.